Good evening and welcome to Estuary TV News. I'm Emma Lingard. My guests on tonight's show are Elaine Atkinson and Lee Beckett, who are here to talk about Bloomfest.
And join me to hear about the start of the new football season for our local sides, and we pay a visit to Hull's #1 basketball team.
But first, it's over to Richard Morris for the news.
Hello, in the headlines today, people are wanting to keep the train services between Brigg and Gainsborough, and the Canadian Lancaster bomber is now beginning its tour of the country. Local campaigners have submitted plans to the Department of Transport that would protect services on the line running from Brigg to Gainsborough. The Gainsborough Rail and Bus Users Group say that it's a response to a government proposal that Trans-Pennine Express routes be diverted from Doncaster to Hull instead of directly Cleethorpes. But the group claim their alternative, which uses the same amount of railway stock, could save services to towns such as Gainsborough and Brigg, which are already suffering because of infrequent railway services. They hope to hear back from the Department of Transport by the end of the year and have sent a supporting video with their plan. You can see the video on our Facebook page.
The documentation we've brought forward along with the video emphasises the fact that we can improve the services throughout Lincolnshire, including the iconic Brigg line, which has a Saturday-only service, using basically the same amount of stock that we've got now. Brigg's obviously got the point of they've got a lot of local shops there, lots of independent shops. People don't know about Brigg, they want to come to Brigg, and that's the same thing like Gainsborough, where obviously people are coming in, they're spending money, and it boosts the local economy.
A local artist has opened a new exhibition made from around 20,000 poppies to commemorate soldiers lost in conflicts. Martin Waters' headline piece is a 30-foot trench made from poppies he's collected in the 2021 Visual Arts Centre in Scunthorpe. It's part of a wider exhibition which shows a number of works with a wartime theme. The Hull artist says he first got the idea from working at Spurn Point.
Well, the idea started, I was the artist in residence at Spurn Point in East Yorkshire for a year in the lighthouse there, and I made a lot of work out of collected plastics and rubbish off the beach. And one of the things I used to find was the old wreaths that had been probably thrown off boats or that kind of thing, and they intrigued me quite a lot. So I collected all these and I made a sort of large wreath with lots of little flowers inside it, and it was that really that set me off thinking about what you could do with these poppies.
£840,000, that's the cost of rural crime in the northeast of England. Lincolnshire is the second highest area in the country affected by rural crime, beaten only by Cambridgeshire. The three most commonly targeted areas are tools, quad bikes and diesel or oil. The figures were released as part of the NFU Mutual Annual Rural Crime Survey. Councillor David Watson, Cabinet Member for Environment and Housing in North East Lincolnshire, has said the authority worked as much as it was able to deal with the possibility of flash floods in the area. 30 millimetres of water fell in 50 minutes over the weekend, meaning that the drainage systems were not able to cope. He now says he is in conversations with Anglian Water to see what lessons can be learned. The Canadian Lancaster bomber and its British counterpart are now commencing their tour of the country. After some small problems with the brakes upon landing on Friday, the bad weather over the weekend and some minor engine maintenance, it looks like the schedule is mostly back on track.
I'd have to say we're overjoyed and a little bit relieved. It's been 8 months in planning, approximately 19 hours of flying. The entrance wasn't quite what we expected, but you can't fight Mother Nature, and looks like the aircraft was getting a little warm when she taxied in, so that's probably why we shut down early. Tonight we're going to have a party, and then tomorrow we start a 3-day maintenance check. Every 25 hours of flying on the aircraft, we have a regulated program that we have to go through. And on Tuesday we start flying with the other Lancaster for what's called a PDA, so that we can fly in the air shows here.
And finally, on Thursday, a newly transformed leisure centre will open in Brigg. Brigg and Goole MP Andrew Percy will open the new centre at 2 p.m. The refurbishments include increasing the size of the gym, a brand new sauna and steam room, and a complete refurbishment of the existing changing and toilet facilities. That's all we've got time for now, and we'll be back with more news soon. If, in the meantime, you have a story for us, then don't hesitate to contact us on our Twitter or Facebook pages at Estuary TV, or you can call us on Grimsby 01472 315561. Bye for now.
Now, Grimsby will be host to the Bloomfest event at the end of the month, and it's described as a collaboration of gardening and art. Well, here to explain is Elaine Atkinson, Chairwoman of Grimsby in Bloom, and Lee Beckett, Vice Chair of Grimsby in Bloom. Welcome both to the studio. First of all then, what is Bloomfest all about?
It's an outdoor and indoor event held in and around Grimsby Minster, where we have music, celebration, children's events, arts, crafts, and just a really good day for everybody.
Exciting, isn't it? And Lee, just explain, how did this all start? Because this is its second year, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We ran it last year, again based at Grimsby Minster, in St James Square as well, using what is one of the best locations in the town to try and attract people to come and take part. Yeah. It's a free event. And it came about because we needed to raise funds for Grimsby in Bloom. We're a voluntary organisation and rely on support from the community in order to run each year and take part in the Britain in Bloom competition.
So this is it, funding for things like for the town to take part is so essential then, aren't they? And I mean, how was this received last year?
Overall, we had a really, really good response. The feedback that we got was very, very good. Right. One of the things that we've addressed this year was the fact that they didn't think there was enough for children to do. So hopefully this year we've addressed that. So the parents, granny, granddad will come with the children and they'll stay all day, listen to the music, do the events, play with the kids and have a good day. And
what types of things can people expect to see? I mean, you said you've got music, so who have we got?
We've got quite a lot of local performers who have given their services to help us. We've got people like Molly Amore, who plays a ukulele and sings songs and love songs from the 30s and 40s. Right. So quite different and great fun to listen to. We've got groups like the Boogaloo Boys, who play sort of more rock music. There are the Grimsby Sambalada, the Grimsby School of Samba, who play the drums and get people up and about and singing and dancing and having a great time. So that there are lots of energy and lots of fun. And
what on the arts front then? I mean, you've got some artists, haven't you? Graffiti artist that's coming?
Yeah, I think I'll leave that one to Lee because Lee knows a little bit more about that one than me.
Yeah, we've got a local artist, graffiti artist called Lynn's, and she'll be working with children that can take part and have a go themselves, and she'll be teaching them how to do these skills. And we've got some large boards outside which they can paint, and she's already designed a mural for us to as a sort of template for them to work on based on gardening themes. Everything is based around horticulture and the environment.
So talking about the environment, obviously one of your probably star guests is Nick Hamilton as well. Yeah. What's he going to be doing on the day?
Well, Nick hopefully will be there at the beginning so he can sort of open the event, and then he'll be around all day long. We'll have a couple of sessions inside the Minster where people from gardening groups or wherever we can come, do a bit of a question and answer session and just have a chat to him about Barnsdale Gardens, which he runs now after the death of his father, Jeff Hamilton.
I was going to say, we have to say that he is the son, isn't he, of the late Jeff Hamilton. Many people may know that name.
Any gardener should know that name. There might be one or two out there that don't. But yeah, so we'll have a couple of sessions in the Minster itself, but then he'll be round and about and people can just stop and have a chat and see what he's up to.
That's fab. And this, of course, is all happening at the Minster, isn't it, on the 25th of August from 10 till 6. Some people, you know, we know Hull have got the City of Culture for 2017. Some people sometimes feel this area lacks the culture, but this event proves that people are working, aren't they, for it?
Very much so. I mean, most of the performers, in fact, I think nearly all of them are local. The graffiti artist, Lindsay's local, and all the people doing the crafts and activities for children and their families are all local as well. So we've certainly got lots of talent in the area, and we've got some venues like Grimsby Minster that are really great for promoting that talent and giving them a platform to show off their skills. And I think we can certainly do as well as Hull any day.
I think the other thing with it being in the centre of town, people can get the bus in.
Yes.
And, you know, they're not having to rely on driving somewhere to get there. They can get the bus into the centre of town and they can be part of it from there.
Well, thank you both for coming in. And just to recap, that event is happening on Monday the 25th of August, bank holiday, from 10 till 6 at Grimsby Minster. A day of music, dance and art, which should be a treat for everybody. Well, now it's over to Dan Kemp for the sport. Now, Dan, has it been an exciting weekend?
Exciting's a strange word to use. I'd say mixed.
Strange, okay. Got any horses in the sport?
No, not at all.
Never is there?
No, of course not. Anyway, we'll start with the new football season that got underway at the weekend. Scunthorpe United began their return to League One with defeat away at Swindon. Paddy Madden scored the only goal for the Iron in a defeat which was compounded by Marcus Williams receiving a straight red card and Dave Sayers getting injured. Grimsby Town drew 0-0 away versus Bristol Rovers, and North Ferriby kicked off their campaign with a 1-0 away win at former league club Stockport County, Matt Wilson with a goal in that one. Finally, Hull City beat German Bundesliga club Stuttgart 2-1 at the Mercedes-Benz Arena to round off their pre-season schedule. David Myler and new boy Andrew Robertson scored the goals. The Hull Wasps are aiming to avoid relegation in the coming season. The side play out of the Ennerdale Leisure Centre in Hull, and their pre-season preparations are well underway. The side play in England Basketball's National League competition and were originally formed from the Hull Stingers Basketball Club, established in 1961.
Well, we're in pre-season at the moment, and the lads behind me are all working hard to make sure that we're in a position where we can succeed this year. So we've got another month of pre-season, and then we start looking at our regular season games. We're new to the division. We just got promoted last year, so the expectation is just to kind of find our footing and have a season where we compete, but we just want to see what the league's about and not get relegated would be the primary goal. We've got a couple of teams in the club. We've got a National League team, we have a men's local league team, a women's local league team, and junior teams from under 18s and below. So people can, again, visit the Facebook page and Twitter page, find out all the information as well as on the website and the videos we put out, and come along to a session. We encourage beginners to come along, and we want you to take part and join the club.
Hull Kingston Rovers have confirmed the signing of Josh Mantellato for the next 3 years. The Newcastle Knights player joins up with Daryl Goulding and Ken Seo and becomes the third NRL import for next season. Across the city, Hull FC coach Lee Radford will have a tough decision to make when Jordan Rankin returns for next week's game against Bradford, having been missing recently through a minor meniscus injury. Jordan Abdul and Richard Horn linked up well for the Black and Whites in the victory against St Helens, so Rankin's return may well have to wait. The Hull Stingrays have announced the re-signing of former captain and defenceman Curtis Jewell. The Canadian was part of the Rays side that reached the Final Four weekend for the first time in the club's history back in 2012. Coach Omar Pasha believes that signing Jewell is a massive for the club. And before we go, remember some of our local football sides are back in action tonight. The Iron are away at Blackburn in the Capital One Cup, Grimsby hosts Nuneaton in the conference, and Ferriby at home to Hyde. Now, as we get into the football season, we know you'll be out and about at different games, so we'd like you to send in any pictures you might have, and it may be used on the show. Emma will bring you details of how you can get in touch. That's all for the sport. Back to you.
Are you excited the football season started?
Oh, I've been waiting for it all summer. It'll be absolutely amazing.
It's got 1 minute next time. Right, well, that's from all of us. If you have any stories, whether it's for the news or the sport, then email news@estuary.tv or contact us through Facebook or Twitter, or simply pick up the phone and call Grimsby 01472 315 561. Until tomorrow, goodbye.